Hi everybody, Christina from Justin and Christina.ca. Welcome to episode 3 of Wednesday workouts, our Pilates inspired no squat booty lifting exercises. Today they are going to be done standing. Ideally you will have a chair or something to grab onto, could even be your RV. And please be aware that you should always consult your physician, kinesiologist, or own personal trainer before starting any kind of new exercise movement program. So here we go. Step 1. We're going to be doing a side Pilates bowing lunge. So I'm going to just show it to you first. We're going to go through the explanation. We're going on a diagonal, so we're sending this right leg over to my left side. And when I turn to the side, you'll see that my knee, my patella, is not passing my big toe. So although I don't want you sending your weight like a regular lunge, it's a bow, I want you to keep your weight in your heel while you're executing and you're doing most of the exercises. So here, again, we're going on a diagonal, and then we're gonna lift up with our glutes. I'm using my glutes, my butt, not my lower back to do the movement. And I want to bring my chest to my knee. So here we go, we got our chair. And please don't put all your weight on the chair. It's supposed to be on your supporting leg, which is the leg that we're working. Here we go, tucking it in and going down. 1 and 1. Come up and squeeze the glute. And slowly, so this is not momentum. 1 and 2, lift. 1 and 2. And 1 and 3, knee does not pass the big toe. 1 and 3. And 1 and 4, weight is in the heel and in my bum. 1 and 4. Slowly. 1 and 5. This is not a cardio workout. 1 and 5. This is a muscular training workout. 1 and 6. And 1 and 6. And 1 and 7. And 1 and 7. And 1 and 8. If you can't do 15 with me, 1 and 8. Stop and do the same amount. 1 and 9 on the other side. 1 and 9. And down. 1 and 10. And 1 and 10. And 1 and 11. And 1 and 11. Glutes on the other side. And 1 and 12. And 1 and 12. And 1 and 13. And 1 and 13. This looks easy, but it's not. And 1 and 14. Hopefully you're doing it with me. 1 and 14. And 1 and 15. And 1 and 15. We're just going to stretch out our legs a little bit before doing the other side. Go forward to where your lower back will permit yourself. And unroll one vertebrae at a time. Other side, down, and one vertebrae at a time. So you guys get a better view. We're gonna do the other leg now. So I've just completed this on my left. I'm gonna go over to the right. We're going on a diagonal. Again, place yourself, and 1 and 1. Knee does not pass my big toe. Lift, squeeze the glutes, try and stay straight on the opposite side. And 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Slow and controlled. That way it's the muscle working. 1 and 3. Squeeze this glute. 1 and 3. The chair's there. Just 1 and 4 for security. 1 and 4. 1 and 5. And 1 and 5. And 1 and 6. 1 and 6. 1 and 7. 1 and 7. 1 and 8. Remember what you did, how many you did. 1 and 8 on the other side, and let's repeat it on this side. 1 and 9. 1 and 9. 1 and 10. And 1 and 10. Not the lower back, the glutes. 1 and 11. 1 and 11. And 1 and 12. 1 and 12. 1 and 13. 1 and 13. 1 and 14. Watch that knee. You'll want to come forward. And 1, 13. We got 2 more. And 1 and 14. And squeeze in up. Last one if you did 15. 1 and 15. And up and squeeze. Same thing. One leg on top of the other. Down. Unroll. Other side. Down. And unroll. Exercise number 2. So in yoga, we go down. We don't need to start talking about the movement, and we come up. So we're going to take that movement to work our back of our leg, our hamstrings, and we'll have the stability of a chair. So I'm just going to ask you to have your feet, you know, like a duck or in ballet. Your feet are just about 45 degrees open compared to a full. So, and your knee bent. So here, we're keeping our weight in the heel, knee is bent, and this leg is not going to be allowed to open. You want to keep your knee in line with the floor. So we're going to go 1 and 1. This knee is bent, the weight is in my heel, this leg is parallel to the floor. Squeeze your abs. 1 and 1. Here we go. 1 and 2. Think about pushing with this heel to the opposite side of the room. And 1 and 3. 1 and 3. The chairs there is only for security. 1 and 4. 1 and 4. This is the leg we're working. 1 and 5. Not the leg that lifts up. 1 and 5. Upper body parallel to the opposite leg. 1 and 6. 1 and 6. 1 and 7. 1 and 7. 1 and 8. 1 and 8. 1 and 9. 1 and 9. 1 and 10. 1 and 10. 1 and 11. 1 and 11. 4 more if you can. 1 and 12. This knee is bent. 1 and 12. 1 and 13. 1 and 13. 1 and 14. 1 and 14. One more. And 1 and 15. And 1 and 15. Let's stretch this out. Leg on top. Unroll one vertebrae at a time. Same thing for the other side. Down. Breathe. One vertebrae at a time lifts up. Same thing for the other leg, the other foot. Foot is going to be about 45. The knee is not going to pass my big toe. This leg is going to stay parallel. So for you to have a better view, I'm just going to switch over for you. Bend. And 1 and 1. And come back. And 1 and 2. Parallel to the floor. 1 and 2. This is the leg we're working. Now I'm working my right side. 1 and 3. And 1 and 3. Hold the chair. 1 and 4 if you need to. 1 and 4. 1 and 5. 1 and 5. Sometimes 1 and 6. 1 and 6. If you don't have a strong booty and hamstrings, 1 and 7. You'll feel this in your lower back. Just stop. 1 and 8. Let the burn go away and try and shift your weight into your heel. 1 and 9. 1 and 9. And 1 and 10. Knee is bent. 1 and 10. 5 more if you can. 1 and 11. 1 and 11. And 1 and 12. 1 and 12. We're almost there. And 1 and 13. And 1 and 13. And 1 and 14. And 1 and 14. Last one. 1 and 15. And 1 and 50. Stretchy, stretchy. Leg on top and go down. Come back in 3, 2, 1. We do the other side and we're going to go on to the next exercise. Here we go. Let's unroll one vertebrae at a time. Now I'm going to move forward and we're going to do diagonal. Ideally, this foot does not touch. It stays up according to where you're able to come down. So from this position, you'll see that my abdominals and my upper thoracic cage wants to come down, and my chair is there for stability. And the movement is diagonal, diagonal. So we're touching, and this whole time my knee does not come forward. It doesn't pass my toe, and the weight is in my heel. So let's do touchy touchy together. There we go. And 1, and then this back leg moves. 1. Use the chair. 2 and 2 and 3. You see the weight is in my heel. I can lift up my toe. 3 and 4. Squeeze your abs. 4. The weight is in this leg. 5. So my right leg right now. 5 and 6. 6. If you can't do 15, 7. This is actually a pretty tough exercise. 7. Just stop and do the same amount. 8 and 8 on the other side. 9 and 9. 10, 10. 11, 11. 12, 12. We got 3 more. 13. Weight is still in my heel. 13. 14, 14. And 15, 15. Bring the other leg with you. It's a semi-bent, and unroll 1 vertebrae at a time. Same thing on the other side. So remember, I'm at a diagonal and I'm trying to keep my knee from passing my toe. And we're gonna start out here. 1 and 1. 2 and 2. 3 and 3. 4, 4. 5 and 5. Remember how much? 6 and 6. You did with the right leg. 7. 7. You don't want to work 8, 1 leg more. 8, 1 booty more. 9. 9, then the other side. 10 and 10. 11. Let's do this slowly because it's muscular. 11. I know it burns. 12. I'm doing it with you. 12. And 13. 13. 14. 14. And last one. 15. 15. Bring the other leg. Knees are bent. Unroll, squeeze the abs 1 vertebrae at a time. Gonna get ready for the last exercise. So I just finished my left side. I'm gonna go work my right side. So here we go. You don't have to turn with me, it's okay. Last exercise. Feet are always bent. I'm gonna be standing. I'm gonna try and stay as straight as possible. The weight would again be in my heels, and yes, the supporting leg will burn, even though we're gonna be working more on my right side because of what we did. The knee is to the floor as you lift. Looks kind of weird, but that's what makes it that you're working this glute a little bit more. Bent, you want to come up. Feet are not pointed, they're dorsiflex. They come in, so you want to work your glutes and your obliques to lift up that leg and come down, but not too low. I don't want you touching the floor. Stay up as high as possible according to your strength so you can work it a little bit more. So we're going up, in, and 2. Up, in, and 3. Remember, knee to the floor. Up, in, and 4. Up, in, and 5. Supporting knee. Up, in is bent. And 6. Up, in, and 7. Don't forget your abs. Up, in, and 8. Up, in, and 9. Up, in, and 10. Up, in, and 11. Up, in, and 12. 3 more. Up, in, and 14. No, it's 13. Up, in. This is 14. Maybe I should make you work more. No. Up, in, and 15. Bend. Unroll 1 vertebrae at a time. We got to do it on the other side. Here we go. Same thing. I don't want to repeat myself too much, but it's super important. Weight is in the heel. Knee is bent. Stay as straight as you can. Knee to the floor. Up, in and 1, up, in and 2. I'm using a chair right now. In and 3. You could use a kitchen counter. Up, in and 4. Anything really. Up, in and 5. You could do no hands. In and just use the wall. 6. So really 7. This butt workout can be done almost anywhere that you have this space. And 8. Down, up, and 9. Down, up, and 10. Down, up, and 11. Got 4 more. Up, up, in, and 12. Up, in, and 13. 2 more. Up, in, and 14. Last one. Up, in, and 15. Good job. And now we're gonna bend our knees. Now we're gonna roll. And we're gonna do a butt stretch. You can do it on the floor if you're used to a different butt stretch, but keeping with the theme of the chair, I am now seated. I tuck in my abdominals, and the leg, the glute that I want to stretch, is on top of the opposite leg. There are people who just being in this position on the chair feel a stretch in their glute. I personally, and a lot of people, have to bend forward to try and get a little bit more weight on this leg to stretch out my glute. So we're going to stay here for 3, 2, 1. Again, tuck in your abs, tuck in your glutes, unroll 1 vertebrae at a time to protect your back, especially those people with lumbar issues. Again, 1 leg on top of the other. We want to stretch the right glute. If you need that extra help, that extra stretch, come down with me and let's stretch for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and unroll 1 vertebrae at a time. Fabulous. So we've just completed our 4 exercises for our standing Pilates booty sculpting Wednesday workout. That was a mouthful. Please remember to do an equal amount of each one, especially if you just watch this and you're trying to figure out if you're going to do it. Now that we've finished workout 3 of Wednesday workout, so episode 3 has just been completed, I'd like to invite you to go back to the beginning of this video when I started the workout and do a second set if one set was too easy and you don't feel the burn in your booty and hamstring. With that being said, always remember to shift your weight into your heel in this workout as much as possible and protect your knees. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on this Workout Wednesday, episode 3. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and if you liked us a whole bunches, please share us on social media. Thanks and bye.